Alright guys, so my amazing wife helped me clean up my disaster somewhat. Well, quite a bit, as you can see. She came out here and told me what I needed to do. If you've ever watched my video, guys, you know that, well, I'm quite the slob when I work. I like to think I do okay work. I'm just not very clean at my surroundings when I'm doing it. So, I know a lot of you have been wanting to see this guy right here. And I'm pretty sure this is a Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I feel like a piece of shit for, well, I'm gonna grind that shit off the sides. But it's gonna, you know, live a life as Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Probably some Mortal Kombat 2 cabinets got changed into that anyways. But it's what I could get. I can't even remember what I paid for this cabinet, maybe $100. I got this cabinet when I got Simpsons and Turtles. So this will be coming up, I promise. But I'm going to do a different kind of video here today. Because, well, this guy right here keeps sitting in my garage. And I haven't worked on it. And Tony probably wonders why I ain't done it yet. But he told me no hurry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in this cabinet. We're going to check out what's going on with it, which I believe, if I remember right, there was a lot of red in this. So either the other color transistors aren't working or the red one shorted out on the neck board. I don't know. I got this piece that he wanted me to re-glue on the corner down here and straighten up that T-molding for him. So we're going to plug this in. We're going to take a look at what's going on. Probably pull the chassis out and go over it. See what we can find. Get it back in here. Now, it didn't lose focus or anything, so the flyback should be okay. It's just a lot of red. So we'll probably put a cap kit in this chassis and check out the neck board transistors, because that might be an issue. Alright, hold on. What the hell? I wasn't recording. Okay, guys. So I think I messed up the clip. As you can see, it's only red. But the red's real faint. Like, if the red transistor was shorted, in my opinion, this entire screen would be red, like everything. But there's black level. That kind of maybe signals to me, and I could be wrong, and hey, I'm no professional, but I'm just speaking from my own experience and how I see things. The green and blue is not working. The amount of red that this game displays is being displayed right now. You can see the little stars coming down that are red. Well, if it had the equal amounts of green and blue, they would be white. And when you short a neck board transistor, this entire screen will be red. I mean, like you just have on red on your test pattern generator on a solid red screen. So I want to say that I'm missing green and blue, and the red is working as it's supposed to. So I'm gonna find me a neck board that I know that has all three colors and just switch it out and see if we get our colors back, because then that'll troubleshoot, hey, you have a problem in your neck board. If you put a working neck board on here and it's still the same thing, then it's probably a chassis problem of some sort. Or a board problem, not sending the green and blue to the chassis. So, I'm going to come back on here. I'm going to wood glue this corner on and clamp it. And then maybe we'll do the neck board. And he didn't leave me a coin door. He didn't leave the coin doors open. So I really can't coin this up. Alright. Alright, fellas. So here's the broken piece. There's where it's going to be fit back into, or at least try to. I'm going to coat it with some glue and try to clamp it in its place. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll see. Obviously, there's still going to be a crack you see here, but maybe the piece will at least stay on, huh? Alright guys, as you can see, there's still a crack there. You're never going to perfectly get it back in there. Probably let it dry. Well, obviously I have to let it dry. And then I'll probably just find a little bit of black paint and just color in that crack along with it. I ain't even going to do that. I'll just color in that crack right there with some of that Tester's black paint and be done with it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. I've turned up the green and the blue color pots. No change. And also these heat sinks. Oh, they are warm. But they're not as hot as the red one. I'm not sure what to think about that, guys. So, I am going to put another neck board on here and see if we get some color. Alright, fellers. So here's the neck board out of here. As you can see, it's labeled a 2774. So I'd like to know maybe if this chassis is a 2774. But anyways, I have this neck board that worked in the tube that got smashed on the floor when I was working on the buck hunter. And yeah, that's a 7500 neck board, but I believe it should work. And it did display all three colors when it was in buck hunter, and the game actually worked. So I guess just gonna turn it on now. See what happens. So nothing's smoking or popping, so let's go see if we have any colors. I'm hoping we do. And there we go. But it is blurry. It's probably all jacked around from you know, people trying to get it to look right. You know, the focus and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and set the focus, because I just want to be sure that there's nothing wrong with the flyback. Why this thing's... See, it's just getting blurrier by the second, eh? I'm going to let this warm up, run for a little bit. And I'm going to set the focus and all that kind of stuff. And see what... It didn't look that bad when it was just the red. Oh, guys. Well, that didn't help. What in the hell? I need a big mirror, guys. I'll be back on in a minute. Alright guys, I've went through the sweep of this focus little by little. All the way till it was down and all the way back through it was up. And not once have I seen this screen focused. So I'm calling my wife out and she's gonna take a look at the screen as I slowly turn that to see if there's any spot that it becomes clean and clear. So we're gonna have a look at that. We might have to replace the flyback here, which it looks like it's not an original one to begin with. So we'll have a gander at it. Okay guys, so my wife helped me focus this, which it is focused right now. It's pretty clean, but that's some weird writing. But the only thing is that it is damn near maxed. Like, yeah, it's just got a smidge more to go and it's completely maxed. Not sure what that's all about. But hey, I'm gonna leave this run for a while, make sure it keeps focused. Then I'm gonna shut it off and let it cool down, and I'm going to turn it back on and make sure that it's still focused. And yeah, I think it's losing focus. But anyways, we'll just check it out for a little bit. Yeah, it's getting softer as we speak. Miss Pac-Man herself. It looks much sharper in the camera, actually, than it does in person. So we're going to check this out in a few minutes. Yeah, it's losing focus, guys. It's going to need a flyback. I'm just going to record this for a little bit as it's steadily losing focus. So you might want to skip this part if it's boring for you. I don't know if you can pick it up in the camera because it looks sharper in on the phone screen to me than it does by eye. That's amazing. See how it's getting, the sharpness is going away on the game over. And the little flies just aren't as clean as they once were. Okay, so I'm going to pause this. I'm going to let it run a few minutes, and then we'll come back and check it out. Alright, guys, here. Like, this is becoming sharp again. Could that be just caps? I don't know. But I'll tell you what I hate doing. I hate rebuilding a chassis and then putting it in here and then finding out I have to take the motherfucker back out to do something else with it. But this isn't my chassis and this isn't my money, so I guess I will recap this, put it back in here, see how it reacts to the new caps. If the focus stays solid all the time, and then if not, I'll change the flyback, you know. If it were me at this point, I would just do it all, but it's not mine, you know what I mean? Alright guys, okay, so when I was removing this chassis from Miss Pac-Man Galaga here, the focus wire was just all, I mean, it was smashed, like it wasn't even down in the hole. So I'm just going to recap this. When I put it back together, I'll make sure this made it down the hole the correct way, and maybe that was the focus issue of it popping in and out. I'm hoping it is, because I don't have any flybacks for this, so we'll see.